So I'm sure you're familiar with leftover recipes and how to create a new meal from those leftovers, but have you seen a leftover beverage recipe? Well, we got one for you today.
Yeah, we're gonna mull some stuff. Okay, so to do this, first you wanna put a pot, like this, on about medium heat on your stove. And then we have here 2 cups of apple juice. Just, nice apple juice like we use for brewing and drinking. And 2 cups of cranberry juice. So it's already a mixture. It's already apple cranberry. It's already exotic. Ooh.
So for those of you who are not familiar with mulling, mulling is actually an ancient tradition that started in Roman times where they wanted to create a beverage that had a warming sensation but also a healing sensation, because in winter you often get colds, right? So they combined typically wine in the Roman times with herbs to create this heated beverage that made you feel better, both physically and mentally. But I know lots of you are out there are like us and who love the creation of words and knowing where they came from. So mulling is actually from Middle English mullen, M-U-L-L-Y-N, or mullen, M-O-L-L-E-N, to grind powder, softening by pulverization. Basically what they're getting at is you're going to infuse herbs into this wine. So we're not going to grind our herbs because that makes a big giant mess, but we're going to add herbs and then use the heat as a way to extract the herb's essence into our brew.
And what's the first thing that we're gonna add?
We're going traditional, and so we're going to start with cinnamon.
I mean, how can you go wrong with cinnamon, right? This is probably actually cassia, but I'm gonna use 1 whole stick. If you only have ground, you can use that. But it's like Derek said, it's gonna make a bit of a mess later on when you try to sort that out.
Our next ingredient is Brian's favorite, but also traditional, and that's allspice berries.
How many? I don't know, about 10 to 15 or so. Works for me.
Sticking with the traditional route, we're going with whole cloves. Now these you want to be a little careful with because they can quickly overpower, but I think you will miss them if you omit them.
Oh, don't leave them out. Gotta have the clove. Clove is not my absolute favorite thing ever, but I'm going with 2. 2 whole cloves. And then just, to add a little bit of acidity to things, and, Derek is probably gonna tell you about the medicinal qualities, but this is 2 slices of orange. And then, just to take it up a notch, we have 2 slices of apple. I'm gonna put all that in there, and what you do is you let this steep, or almost come to a boil, and then take it down to like a low heat, let that go for like half an hour to an hour, and we'll see you at that point. But I think Derica has a couple more things she wants to tell you.
I do, Brian, and thank you for letting me do so. Now, this is a quote-unquote leftover recipe. So basically, you can use any fruit juices or any fruit that you had left over from your holiday meal preparation. So you can use orange juice, if you want, rather than the orange slices. You can add pear slices. You could add raisins and dates. Use your imagination. Any flavors that you feel will go well together and complement that spice blend, feel free to add them to the pot.
One thing I would not put in this is pumpkin. I really don't think pumpkin would work in a mulled cider. No, just don't do it. Okay, so all we want to do now is just stir it around a little bit, make sure everybody gets nice and friendly in there. Let this come just about to a boil. You don't want it to boil, but a little bit of steam coming off is good. Then reduce the heat to low, let it sit for half an hour to 45 minutes or so, and we'll be back to show you what it looks like then. Okay, so it's been like 40 minutes. We're just gonna ladle it into a mug and tell you how it tastes. So I'm just gonna turn the heat off and, start ladling it out. It's not really all that critical. You can actually dump this into a bottle through like a sieve or something so that you don't get the herbs and spices with it, but I'm just gonna use the ladle and be careful. As careful as I can be. I mean, that's not very careful. So anybody could probably do this. I need to get low so we're like the same height. Look at this. See, I'm like off the camera. Okay, there we go. So how is it? How's it smell?
It smells really lovely. But
I thought the combination of cranberry and apple was really cool. That was a good idea. That was her idea.
Thank you. Mmm.
Is it hot?
Mm-hmm.
Really hot?
Mm-hmm. But that is super yum. That is all sorts of yum.
Oh, wow. Yeah, all the spices and the fruitiness comes through. Really, really nice. The extra apple actually really worked. I think it added just an extra touch of sweetness there. And the orange is lovely.
Yeah.
But the cranberry has enough tartness to cut some of the sugars. Really, really nice.
It's beautiful. This is another recipe of utilizing leftovers that makes it come out to something so much better than leftovers.
And even the kids can enjoy this one.
Yeah.
And if you have extra or you make a lot, you can just put it in a bottle, stick it in the fridge, and treat it like a juice. You know, it's not going to last forever, but it probably won't last forever anyway because it tastes really good.
So reheat it and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Throw it in a mug, throw it in a microwave, good to go. But that's going to be it for us for today. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano.